Have you ever wondered why some people make millions, while others, no matter how hard they work, always stay broke? It's not luck. It's not just opportunity. It's not even intelligence. It's the way their brain is wired. Yes, your brain could be the very reason you're staying poor. And until you learn how it controls your decisions, you'll keep working harder, but never smarter. So today, let's go deep inside your mind and uncover the hidden psychology that keeps you trapped in financial struggle. Part 1. The invisible enemy, your primitive brain. Every time you think about money, you're not thinking logically, you're thinking emotionally. Your brain evolved for survival, not success. Thousands of years ago, humans didn't need investments or savings. They needed food, warmth, and safety. So your brain developed one rule: use what you have right now, or you might lose it. That same ancient rule still runs your modern life. When you get paid, your brain feels safe only when you spend. It's afraid to hold money because deep down, it believes something bad might happen tomorrow. That's why saving feels uncomfortable. That's why investing feels risky. And that's why spending feels like relief. It's not your fault. It's your biology. Part 2. The dopamine trap. Let's talk about dopamine, the chemical that drives almost every financial decision you make. When you buy something new, a phone, clothes, or even coffee, your brain releases dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical. But here's the catch. Dopamine is not the reward. It's the anticipation of the reward. That means your brain gets excited before the purchase, not after it. You're chasing a feeling that disappears the moment you buy. And that's why so many people stay stuck in the loop of buying, scrolling, and consuming. They're not addicted to things, they're addicted to anticipation. Meanwhile, the rich train their brains differently. They delay gratification. They find pleasure not in buying, but in building. They've hacked their dopamine system. Instead of chasing quick rewards, they reprogrammed their brain to crave long-term results. Part 3. The comfort zone of the poor mind. Your brain loves comfort. It hates uncertainty. That's why most people prefer the security of a paycheck, even if it keeps them trapped in the same routine for years. The poor brain says, I don't want to risk losing what little I have. But the rich brain says, I'm willing to lose small to win big. That's the difference. One mind is ruled by fear, the other by growth. Your brain will always try to pull you back to comfort, because it mistakes comfort for safety. But in the modern world, comfort kills growth. The moment you feel too safe, you stop learning. You stop improving. You stop taking the small, necessary risks that lead to wealth. Part 4. The pain of patience. The rich understand something most people never do. Patience is pain. Your brain doesn't like to wait for rewards. It wants to feel good now. That's why fast food, fast entertainment, and fast money schemes feel so tempting. But all true wealth is built slowly. Investment after investment, habit after habit, decision after decision. Your brain fights that process. It says, why wait years for results when you can enjoy something today? But here's the truth. Every time you choose instant pleasure, you're trading long-term peace for short-term comfort. The wealthy have trained their brains to find joy in the process. They've turned patience into power. And when patience becomes your comfort zone, wealth follows automatically. Part 5. The illusion of more. In the modern world, your brain is surrounded by manipulation. Advertisements, influencers, and trends are all designed to make you feel incomplete. Every buy now button whispers one message: you're not enough until you own this. And your brain believes it because it's wired to seek status and belonging. It thinks, if I look successful, maybe I'll feel successful. But that's the trap. You can't buy your way into self-worth. You can only build it through discipline and self-respect. The moment you realize that your worth isn't tied to your wallet, you free your brain from the illusion of more. The rich aren't rich because they have money. They're rich because they've stopped needing more to feel whole. Part 6. How your environment programs. You look around your life. Your brain constantly absorbs signals from your environment. If everyone around you spends money recklessly, your brain normalizes that behavior. If your family or friends complain about never having enough, your brain accepts that as reality. But the truth is, Your environment shapes your money mindset more than your salary ever will. To change your financial life, you must first change your environment. Read different books, watch different people, learn from those who think bigger, because your brain is a reflection of what it's exposed to every day. Part 7. Scarcity versus abundance. Mindset. Your brain runs on two modes, scarcity or abundance. In scarcity mode, your thoughts sound like this: I can't afford that. I'll never make enough. What if I lose everything? But in abundance mode, the thoughts shift. How can I afford that? What can I learn to earn more? What can I create instead of consume? The difference between rich and poor isn't just money, it's perspective. Your brain creates the reality it expects. If it expects limitation, it finds proof of it. If it expects opportunity, it finds ways to create it. That's not magic, it's neuroscience. Your reticular activating system filters information that matches your dominant thoughts. So whatever you focus on, your brain multiplies. Part 8. The emotional triggers of money. Money isn't logical, it's emotional. When you're stressed, your brain releases cortisol. That chemical clouds judgment, making you impulsive. That's why emotional spending happens. You're not buying to own, you're buying to escape a feeling. Loneliness, boredom, frustration, each one becomes a trigger. Rich people feel those emotions too, but they've learned to process them without spending. They exercise, plan, reflect, or create. They don't use money to manage emotions. They use discipline to master them. If you can control your emotions, you can control your financial destiny. Part 9. The reward system of wealth. Every brain runs on rewards. You do what feels good and avoid what feels painful. So if you want to change your financial habits, you must change what your brain rewards. Instead of feeling happy when you spend, feel proud when you save. Instead of seeking excitement in buying, find excitement in building. Reward yourself for learning a new skill. Celebrate when you invest, because the brain learns through repetition and reward. Train it to love the habits that create wealth, and soon they'll become automatic. Part 10. Reprogramming the poor brain. Here's how you can start reprogramming your brain today. 1. Awareness. Notice when your decisions are emotional. Ask yourself, is this choice serving my future or just my feelings? 2. Delay gratification. Before buying anything, wait 24 hours. If you still need it after that, buy it. If not, you just saved your future self. 3. Reframe failure. Your brain hates losing, but losing is learning. Rich minds see failure as feedback, not defeat. 4. Visualize abundance. Spend 5 minutes a day imagining yourself living with financial peace. Your brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. Use that power. 5. Change your circle. Surround yourself with people who think bigger, plan smarter, and act disciplined. Their habits will rewire your mind. Part 11. The hidden power of boredom. Most people go broke because they can't handle boredom. They need constant stimulation. New clothes, new gadgets, new entertainment. But wealth grows in silence, in boring routines, in slow, repetitive actions that nobody claps for. The rich embrace boredom. They let compounding do the work. If you can stay consistent while others get distracted, your results will look like magic. But it's just math plus patience. Part 12. The real secret. Identity. Every habit, every decision, every dollar you spend comes from one question your brain keeps asking: who am I? If you see yourself as someone who's always broke, you'll act like it. If you see yourself as someone who's learning, growing, and becoming wealthy, your actions will match that belief. Identity always wins over motivation. To become rich, stop trying to get rich. Start becoming the kind of person who deserves it. Part 13. The shift. When you stop blaming your job, your country, or the economy, and start studying your own behavior, you shift from victim to creator. That's when your brain begins to serve you, not sabotage you. You'll start to notice patterns: the urge to buy when you're stressed, the fear that stops you from investing, the excuses that keep you in place, and once you see them, you can break them. Part 14. Final message. You don't need more money to start thinking rich. You need a new relationship with your mind, because your brain is powerful, but it's lazy. It takes the same path every day until you build a new one. The moment you teach your brain to value long-term over short-term, growth over comfort, discipline over dopamine, you've already won. Your financial situation is just a reflection of your mental habits. Change the habits, and your reality will follow. So next time you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford that," pause and say instead, "My brain is learning to build wealth," because it is. And one day, you'll look back and realize you were never poor. You were just pre-programmed. Now, you're finally awake.